again everyone, this is Alexander Clarke and this is my third instalment of the Road to the Britain video blog. You'll notice that there's been an absence of updates to this blog in the past few weeks, and the reason for that, in a nutshell, is because I'd become quite behind in my show prep in terms of fat loss, and I wasn't very happy, or I'm not very happy with the way things are going, so I didn't feel it appropriate to post up videos portraying myself as being quite confident about the outcome of something which I didn't believe in my mind at the time, at least, to be a success. And you know, this is something which I've experienced before, definitely. In almost every show prep I've done, I've been behind in terms of condition, and I seem to have to go to very low calories, moderately high to high amounts of cardio to achieve any form of condition. So it's not like I'm a stranger to this situation, but after last time at the Britain, coming fairly close to being in decent condition and placing a fairly respectable fifth, I just thought that my formula, I'd refined that enough to be confident about the way I prepped. Now, there are still 3.5 weeks to go to the Britain, and I feel that I could really pull things in, and I'm hoping that I can get my qualification. And then there are 2 weeks after that, so that gives me 5.5 weeks to get in good condition. So I'm not going to give up on it, and I'm not being defeatist in this blog. I'm just giving you a realistic representation of exactly the way things are, which I think is good, because what people see with bodybuilders who put themselves out there on Facebook, on YouTube and whatnot, they never see the bodybuilder looking his worst. They never see the bodybuilder struggling or being behind. And although it doesn't necessarily feel good to put that out there, it gives a realistic picture of what does happen in the sport, of the obstacles we need to overcome. And for me, that seems to be my metabolism, or my work ethic, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know yet, because I personally haven't had a cheat meal since 10 weeks out from the Britain. That's the only cheat meal I've had on my diet, so it's not like I've been cheating or skipping cardio, just things haven't been moving. I've not cheated or skipped cardio at all. I had one planned cheat meal. That's the only thing I allowed myself in the whole prep. So I guess my point is, it's not over yet, and I can't be 100% negative. One, because nothing is ever achieved with a negative attitude, because I was talking with my good friend and boss Paul George before, and putting together a bodybuilder's physique, or a physique which should win on stage, is like piecing together a puzzle. And shape, size and condition should all be judged perfectly in an ideal bodybuilding contest with ideal judges. So at least, no matter what, I have one of those pieces to that puzzle. It's just refining the condition piece of the puzzle. I don't think my shape's too bad. So I'm not approaching this with a negative outlook. I'm just telling you exactly how it is. I'm just giving you an update because I didn't want to start my video blog and then not finish it. Just like I don't want to start this show prep and not finish it. Because I qualified for the Junior British Finals in 2009 and I didn't do the show. I didn't do the finals, and I never want to be in that position again. So I'm gonna do my best to be in condition for the Birmingham, get my qualification, and then make myself 10 times better again for the Britain. I feel that I deserve to give myself that opportunity, given the fact that since I've been 15, I've dedicated myself 100% to the sport. I've given up pretty much everything that young kids, teenagers kind of, revel in those years. I've given up friendships, going out, relationships. I've never missed a workout. I've, pretty much I hardly ever missed a meal in that time. So I think if anyone deserves to give themselves the chance to do well by getting in condition, that would be me. So I guess the whole point of this blog, to sum it up, is you've always got to remain positive, and you should always start a task with the intention of finishing it, even if that means telling people you're going to do something purely so that when you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like doing your cardio, or when you go to the gym and you have to do an interval session and you're already tired before you start, you have to do it because you told people you're going to do it. You've made a promise and you don't want to renege on that promise. And the other point of this whole thing is it's reality. Some bodybuilders struggle to put size on and just kind of fall into shape. Other bodybuilders struggle like mad with the condition and have an easy time in the off season putting size on. Unfortunately, in this day and age in the sport, I'd say, if you get on the stage and you're not in great condition, your chances these days of winning a show are greatly diminished. Just because in the UKBFF especially, that's what the judges seem to be going for. I personally think that it's favoured slightly above size. Sometimes, not all the time, but it seems like a necessity for a bodybuilder to be in condition with the UKBFF these days, which it should be. A bodybuilder should be the winner, should be the biggest, the best conditioned, and have the best shape, or thereabouts the best shape. That's Dorian Yates said it. He said the same thing. That's what that's what a Mr. Olympia or Mr. whatever should be. So yeah, I'd like to wrap it up, and this video blog has been somewhat cathartic in that it's allowed me to express to you guys what has been going on in the past few weeks, and it's also made me want to carry on with the video blog. And worst case scenario, I don't get on the stage looking my best, but at least I can say that I gave it my all. I may have been able to do things differently, and maybe at times my plan was not the best plan, but if I can stick to that plan and give that plan 100% and really, you know, really kill it into these last few weeks, then, you know, I can't be too disappointed with myself. So, hey, you never know, I might even win. So, that pretty much wraps it up. I'd just like to say a good luck message to Rachel Masters, my very, very, very dear friend, who is competing this weekend in the BNBF British Finals. I think this blog should go up around that time, so she looks awesome, and I think what she achieved at the Northern when she, you know, 1 out of 12 girls was pretty amazing. And at such a young age too, you know, she's my age, she's 23. And I think no matter what happens at the Britain, I think she's got an amazing chance anyway, but looking at her shape and the way her poses come together, the way her lines flow, you know, she's got an amazing future, really bright future, no matter what. So I just want to say good luck, Rachel, and I'll be supporting her all weekend. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the show. And I'm looking forward to Birmingham too, but there is some work which needs to be done before then. Okay, thanks guys. See you later.